Real quick, we're going to get out of here. But before we do, let's talk about it. Players to watch for today. I'll start real quick. He had talked about Carson Steele of UCLA, 413 yards and 2 TDs, has almost a 6-yard average running the ball. We talked about that game against Oregon State. It's going to be a game that, in my opinion, is going to be one in the trenches. We know about the quarterbacks for both teams, but I think, especially Oregon State, they run the ball a lot. So I think if Carson Steele can get going, and if they can give him 30 carries like they gave him a week ago, watch out for him going forward in this one. I look for him to have a fairly good game today. Who is one of your players to watch for?
So I'm sticking with the same game, but I'm changing the player that I told you earlier in the day. I was going to go Bo Nix in this Oregon-Washington game for the simple idea of he's got to match Michael Penix.
Yeah.
But we've talked about it multiple times. How do you stop an elite offense? You keep them off the field. My player to watch for in this game, Bucky Irving. If he can control the clock, if they can just handle the ball, pound it down their throat, and run the ball into the end zone and match those scores, Bucky Irving's the guy to watch for today.
Oh, I like that. And my second players to watch for, it's a 2-for-1 on this one. We talked about a guy a week ago that was quarterbacking as a freshman for Arizona, going toe-to-toe with Caleb Williams in USC, put up over 300 yards and 5 TDs in that freshman debut. Well, he's going up against him and Arizona are playing Washington State. I've covered Ward all year, 1,500 yards, almost 1,600, honestly, 14 TDs, and only those 2 interceptions from last week in that loss. This one is, I think, one of the very underrated QB duels. I want to see if Fafita can keep that movement, that momentum going. And Ward, look, we know, like Alex said a week ago, we didn't expect Washington State to do all this. So all the success they're having is solely on his back. He's carrying that team. So I want to see this duel. I want to see if they can go back and forth. And who is your last player to watch for?
Well, I'm looking at you. My guy for this game, or this other player to watch for, Spencer Rattler. They haven't necessarily jumped out to the start we expected them to. I mean, we both picked North Carolina to win, and we thought Georgia would win as well. But we had also both thought that Tennessee would lose to South Carolina. At least I did.
Yes, I did too.
So South Carolina's got to get the ball rolling again. They got to get back on track. They've got a great chance today against a good Florida team. He's got to show that he can outplay someone like Graham Mertz. I have full faith in Rattler the way he's been playing, and this is the game they bounce back, in my opinion.
Oh, I love that. Hey, watch that. Shout out to our guy, Will Kramer, who will be at that game. South Carolina playing at home against Florida. So I know he's super hyped about that.